Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel, and a special welcome if you're new. As you know, it was my birthday month, and it's a custom in Hawaii to be laid on your birthday. Wait, that didn't come out right. To be given a lei on your birthday. And this one was given to me by my best friend. And it's not natural flowers. It's somebody who, maybe even more special, I don't know, who made this especially for me. And it's really beautiful. It really looks like a flower lei. It's a little scratchy, but it has just like a lei. It has a little bow at the end of it. So let me know if you know how to make a real lei, or if you've ever been laid or given a lei before, because it's a really special feeling when somebody puts a lei around your neck and kisses you on both cheeks. It's a very Hawaiian custom. Okay, so this is going to be a little haul, and it's my last August birthday haul. Aren't you glad it's the last of my birthday? I'm making this 2 days before the end of August, and hopefully you'll see it very soon. And I wanted to have a little chat as well as show you the books that I got on my birthday. So without further ado, let's get on. Well, I've been saving this for a few days. I opened it, but I didn't look inside. So it's a book that I purchased maybe a few weeks before my birthday, so I must have wanted it bad. So I opened it, but let me see what's in it. Okay, so yes, I did want this. Oh, big book depository. They gave me a bookmark, which I always appreciate. This is A Room with a View by E.M. Forster, and it does have a wonderful picture, a wonderful photo on it of two, I think they're sisters, but I'm not sure. I haven't read the book. I had a wonderful buddy read of E.M. Forster was it only a month ago? With Berna of Berna's Bookish Adventures and Jack of Spread Book Joy, and we just had a wonderful time. So I'm excited to read this. I haven't read it. I think I might have seen part of a movie with it, but if you want to read this with me at some time during this year, I'm not in a hurry. Let me know in the comments if you want to read this with me, because I have a feeling I'm going to like it a lot. So that's a book I bought because I liked E.M. Forster so much. And yeah, so I just want to see let me just tell you a little bit. I don't really know too much about this, except I think it was set in Italy. But let's see. It was published in 1988, which doesn't sound right. So this copy was published in 1988, but yeah. And the other book that we read was Howard's End. I didn't mention that, but it was written in 1908. Wow, so that's a long time ago. And it says, a charming young English woman, Lucy Honeychurch, faints into the arms of a fellow Britisher when she witnesses a murder in a Florentine piazza. See, I knew it was Italy. Attracted to this man, George Emerson, who is entirely unsuitable and whose father just might be a socialist, Lucy is soon at war with the snobbery of her class and her own conflicting desires. I'll just leave it there. But E.M. Forster was very interested in class and marriage between the different classes. So I'm very interested in reading this. So, like I said, do you want to buddy read this with me? Okay. Then these are the books that I got at the library, the Wahiawa Library, which I've never been to. Never been to the Botanical Gardens either, that we went to, that was quite like 5 minutes away from it. And I have to admit that I was wavering whether I should buy this because I had so many books about it. And it's called Smart Organizing, Simple Strategies for Bringing Your Order to Your Home by Sandra Felton, the organizer lady. The one reason I'm interested in minimalism a little bit, but this was written in 2005. And, you know, we went through so much since 2005 regarding minimalism and organizing with book joy, if it brings book joy to you. Not book joy. I'm thinking of Jack. Does it give you joy when you hold it? And I'm forgetting the lady who has a whole industry with that title, and programs and you know, she's on TV. She wrote a book, and I know you know who I'm talking about. She's a Japanese woman, but I'll give you a little, in case you don't know who it is and you want to know, I'm going to put a note down below. Or if I remember, you know, it's, you know, I did turn 72, so I have short-term memory loss. Maria Kondo, see? Marie Kondo. So I don't know why I got this, but it was like 50 cents. So I thought, you know, there's a lot of talk on BookTube lately about, and I saw a video, wonderful video with Britta Bowler, and she was talking about being a curator or a collector, and she defines both with when you're collecting, you know, you collect books and then you discard books. When you curate, you want to have a library of books. At least I think that's what she meant. And I am not totally a collector, but I'm not a curator either. So it's a very interesting video, and I'll link it down below so you can have a look at it. And unfortunately, I don't have the room to be a curator. And in fact, since joining BookTube, I've collected so many books that it's a little too much, because there's nobody in my family that I could really, that I want to have to, you know, when I go to the, there was a song, go up to the spirit in the sky. I don't want to have anyone have to deal with my stuff. I want to take care of my stuff before that happens. So it's not like I have a big family or anybody who's a big reader. So I want to keep it to 1 or 2 shelves. But I want to learn, I always love to learn about organizing, because I'm really not good at it. And I keep on thinking if I read enough books about it, maybe it'll happen for me. But I know that I have to unhaul a lot of books. So, you know, if this gives me one good thing about it, one good hint, then it's worth the 50 cents. Then I was really lucky and I saw a beautiful copy of Jane Eyre. And you know, it's going to be Victober, and this is just a lovely, lovely copy. And I'm not going to, of course, by Charlotte Bronte. And it's a Norton Critical Edition, 3rd edition. It feels like it's new. And we all know about Jane Eyre, so I'm not going to tell you too much about it. And this one was 2001, and the latest is 1971. Oh well, the latest is 2001, but it was first published in 1971 by W. Norton and Company. So I'm not sure what extras this is going to give. I didn't realize it was such a big book. I know I read it, but I'm going to have to decide whether I want to read this in Victober. And again, if you want to read Jane Eyre with me in Victober, let me know in the comments. This is a lovely edition, and the photo is of Jane Eyre, and she's sitting down with her bonnet. I don't know if you can see it, but it is a lovely edition. And for those who don't know about, it says that the popular Norton Critical Edition reprints expanded explanatory footnotes, the 1848 third edition text, the last corrected by Charlotte Bronte. So that's good. It's newly expanded and organized. So yeah, this is a good, I'm really happy about it. And, you know, we know that Jane Eyre is a Tudor governess who, she had a sad childhood, and she comes to meet Rochester. That's all I'll say about it. So that's Jane Eyre. Then I picked up a book that I also was not, and I haven't got the sticker off yet, but I think I'll get it off easily. And I also was hesitant to pick it up because I had to softly DNF a book called A Dog's Purpose last month because it looked sad. And this one is called One Good Dog by Susan Wilson. And I don't know if you know the book Racing in the Rain. I really enjoyed that book, and I didn't find that book too sad. But The Dog's Purpose I thought might be too sad, so I softly DNF'd it. And so what is it about? It's more about the person, I think, than the dog. And that's what made me pick it up. So the very definition of a hard-nosed businessman, Adam March has no room in his life for anything but the cold drive to succeed. Not for his social climbing wife or for his rebellious teenage daughter, that in an instant he loses everything. Due to an untimely collision of arrogance, stress, circumstances, and a momentary loss of self-control, Adam finds himself alone, unemployed, and reduced to bussing tables in a homeless shelter, serving men he'd always gone out of his way to avoid. One instant of opportunity, enough for one dog to find his freedom. So now we're talking about the dog. Chance was born in an inner city cellar, a mix of pit bull and God knows what. Bred to fight and damn good at it, he lived in a dank, dark, and vicious world. Not that he wished for anything better. The world was all he knew. But when the moment presented himself, Chance made the most of it in a new life on the street for a little while. 2 lives, 2 second chances. Thrown together, Adam and Chance fill the holes in each other's lives. Adam gives Chance his real first home, a haven he never could have imagined, while Chance gives Adam a new start and a new heart. That's One Good Dog. I had to read the whole thing to you because this is why I got this book. It sounded like a real story that I saw on YouTube once about a homeless man, and he wrote a book. And he found a dog, and he lived on the streets of San Francisco. And also, if I find the name of that book, it was a memoir, and it was about him and his dog and how they survived on the street. But this one sounds like he actually has a home, and I'm really looking forward to it because it's more about how they come together and what dogs can do for people. And I know very well because I have a 15-year-old Havanese dog. As you know, her name is Princessa Jasmine, and she just came back the day after my birthday on Thursday. She had her yearly checkup, and she's doing really well. So I really appreciate every day that I have with her because you know, she's getting old, but she's doing really well, and I'm hoping to have her. And yeah, I feel really bad for dogs that don't have the kind of life my Princessa Jasmine has. How do you feel about that? Are you really sad about dogs that get abused, or dogs that just don't have the proper owner? And so many owners are so mean. At least, you know, I think it happens all over, but in Hawaii too, and it makes me very sad. And I have to say, I've saved a few dogs from, you know, possibly their demise. So have you read One Good Dog? Let me know in the comments. It's not a new book. Did I say when it was written? It says it's like Marley and Me, and my daughter said that Marley and Me was sad, so I've never saw this was published in 2010. So it might have been made into a movie for all I know. And Susan Wilson is the author of Beauty, a modern retelling of Beauty and the Beast, and she lives on Martha's Vineyard. So, have you heard of her? Anyway, that's enough for one good dog. Then I found a very special book because I had just watched on the news, not a day or two before, about the last code talker who just died. And this is the first and only memoir by one of the original Navajo code talkers of World War II. And I'll tell you, it includes the actual Navajo code and rare photos. So it says here, gripping in its narrative, Code Talker is history at its best. And it's by Chester Nez. He must be the original Code Talker. And I have to tell you, there's a surprise inside when I looked inside. So this is with Judith Schiess Avila. And it's not only a signed copy, it says to Paul, Walk in Beauty. And Chester Nez signs it, and so did J.S. Avila. So not only is it a signed copy, which is like, I really was happy to see that somebody came to Hawaii that was, he recently died because he was the last code talker. But not only that, there is, inside the book, there was a newspaper article, and I'll show you his picture. I haven't opened it yet. And it says, The Last Code Talker. And it's the Albuquerque Journal. And it says he's the only living. I think he just died. And Chester Nez, shortly before being inducted in the U.S. Marine Corps in 1942. And I'll try to show you the picture when he was young. And that was him when this was taken in the Albuquerque Journal in 2011. So he just passed away recently, because that's what made me pick up this book. And I don't know if you know anything about the Navajo code talkers. I don't know enough. But it's a fascinating look inside of one of World War II's most closely guarded secrets. This is an important book, a previously untold piece of our history. So, I think they were given a rough deal. They weren't really recognized, but I don't know if all of this is true until much later on. And one thing about it is that the Germans could never figure out this secret code. And as I heard about it on TV just the other night, they were talking about how I saw either a program because he passed away, or it was in the news, that there wasn't Navajo words for things that they were talking about during World War II. So if it was like a ship, they would call it the Big Dolphin or something. I just made that up. But they had to find words to match with the things that they were code talking about, planes and different things that were not in the original Navajo language, so they had to. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to reading this book, Code Talker, and just so lucky to have gotten a signed copy right on my birthday. So yeah, I'm excited to read this book. Then I went to my regular library to pick up a book that I had, that I'm going to talk about later on in another video. And I couldn't resist this, even though it doesn't really seem like my type of book. It's called Euphoria by Lilly King. And it's a love triangle in extremis. And it has to do with Margaret Mead, the anthropologist, and in its primitive heyday. So it's historical fiction, basically. And I know who Lilly King is, but I really don't know what she wrote before. But one thing I liked, what made me pick it up, was they had New Guinea during the time of Euphoria. So it seems like Lilly King, if you know her, let me know what you think of her, it won a lot of prizes. Not only is it best-selling, but it is a top 10 book of the year. Now let me see what year that was, because I think this is a pretty new book. I got it in the new book section of my library, so I better read it soon. Okay, she also wrote The English Teacher, Father of the Rain, and The Pleasing Hour. And she has this thing of Margaret Mead. It says, quarrels over women are the keynote of the New Guinea primitive world. And another quote from Ruth Benedict, who I don't really know, she might be a poet. Experience, contrary to common belief, is mostly imagination. So the first sentence really got me too, because I'm a big believer of first sentences. And it says, as they were leaving the Mumbanyo, someone threw something at them. It bobbed a few yards from the stern of the canoe. A pale brown thing. Another dead baby? Fen said. So, yeah, that sounds very sad as well. But as this is about a love triangle during Margaret Mead's time, I'm going to try it sooner than later. Have you read this book, Euphoria, by Lilly King? Have you read anything by Lilly King? And I don't know why I know her name, but her name seems to bring up a book and not one of the ones that I read here. Well, my dear friends, this is the end of my August birthday anniversary book bash, or anniversary bash. Of course, I'm going to be back with more videos. This has been, quite difficult. There's been a lot of drama on Booktube lately, by the way, that I really don't get into the drama, of anything. I don't like drama. I don't like family drama. I don't like Twitter drama, and I don't like Booktube drama. Though this is kind of maybe the first or second Booktube drama, and you know what it is. I'm not going to go into it. But also, a lot of people are dropping out. A lot of Booktubers are quitting their channel. I keep on going to people that I know and see that they don't make videos anymore, and that's sad. And I just hit 2 years on Booktube, and I started on my 70th birthday, and as everyone knows, I'm 72 now. So we don't know what's around the corner, and I don't know how long I could make. I know that making like 3 to 4 videos a week was really hectic, and I'm not gonna lie, even with help it was pretty hectic, but I enjoyed it. Didn't get me any new subscribers, or maybe one, but that's not the reason I make videos. I make videos because I love books. That's why we make videos, because we love books and we want to talk about them. So let me know, do you feel sometimes stressed about making videos? And how do you feel about people leaving Booktube? It's kind of sad. Or people being frustrated with the numbers. That was the latest sort of what's going on in Booktube, that someone didn't know why they were struggling with the numbers. I kind of know why I'm struggling, but I just don't look at studio too much. And somebody told me that they were looking at, they said, oh, I've been subscribed to you for a year, and I didn't know, because I don't really look at all my subscribers, but I should. I really should, and thank them all, like Kelly does, of books I'm not reading. And I think that's a very decent thing to do, but she's so kind anyway. So I felt embarrassed when somebody says, I've been following you, because you don't know if subscribers or just commenters don't say anything, you won't know that they subscribe to your channel unless you look at your subscriber list, which I don't, and I should. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed my month of Booktube and being on more often, and showing you more books. Please comment, like, subscribe, push the notification bell, because I really want to do more videos. I might not be able to do 3 a week, but I want to do as many videos and join as many readathons as is possible for me. September is coming up, and I do have a few ideas what readathons that I have to pick and choose through, because I can't do everything. Nobody can do everything, and we shouldn't push ourselves to do more than we can. Anyway, until we meet again, aloha.